Hello, is this the Call Girl hotline? The reason I'm calling is because I just got back from seeing a movie called The Haunted House, and it has made me feel very dirty. Uh, it it is a I thought I was watching a light porno. A Haunted House is another spoof comedy written by Marlon Wayans, and it stars Marlon Wayans as Malcolm, and he has invited his girlfriend Keisha, who's played by Essence Atkins, to move in with him, and he's just excited. This is his opportunity to score with her, and but she's brought with them a paranormal history, and she's brought into their home, and they hire a Dan, security man, it's by David Keekner, puts cameras over the house, and like I says his little sex one-liners, and once they see some mysterious things going on at night, they call up Chip, the psychic, who's played by Nick Swartz, and he's homosexual, very over the top, perverted homosexual, and once Keisha's symptoms get worsened by the ghosts, by them, having sex with her, and eventually having sex with him, and uh, she eventually gets possessed, and so Father Williams, the celebrity entertainer, uh, tries to exorcise her. Uh, yeah, if you're into sex comedies, you may like this movie. Um, I, on the other hand, just I'm not. I mean, I don't mind sexual humor if it's scattered and not just a main joke. And this one is the main joke. And I only laughed about 10% of this movie because that percent, what I laughed at, were scenes that wasn't sexual. It was actually some sort of silly humor or clever gag. The rest of it's just lazy sex jokes, humping jokes, masturbation jokes, cum jokes. Uh, Poop jokes, fart jokes. So that's not always bad. Uh, I don't know where abusing a kid is funny. I don't get where they think spanking a child with a wire and that's supposed to be funny. I don't know. Um, it's horrifying, not in the scary sense. Horrifying in that it's just unfunny at all. And that's not a word, but it's just not funny at all. I mean, like I said, 10% of it is, but and I mean, the cast, they were, I mean, you tell they were having fun. I mean, and they all probably are great friends and stuff. And I know, and you can't take this movie too seriously, but yet there is a point when, come on, I mean, there are some great comedians in this movie that could do great improvisation, and that was shown. But the problem was they had to chop it down sometimes of their monologue stuff because maybe it was going on for too long. That was so noticeable, and it just some more technical aspect. It just ruined the film and ruined the comedy. And then I was waiting. Okay, let's get to the next scene already. Um, and there are better spoof movies than this movie, like Young Frankenstein, Airplane, Blazing Saddles. Anything Mel Brooks did. Anything well, Tropic Thunder was okay with Ben Stiller. That was kind of a decent spoof comedy on Vietnam films. Um, but this one, yeah, I really can't recommend it. It's up there with the other rest of these spoof movies that Wayne's try to do. A very talented group of people. It's just more silly and not perverted jokes. And I think, well, sometimes it's okay when you do it throughout almost 90% of the film with sex jokes. It just gets tiresome, non-original. And I give, if you don't know right now, I give Haunted House 1 star, and this actually is the worst film of 2013 or so far. Actually, Texas Chainsaw had a little bit better of a story than this movie did. Um, and this movie is rated R for crude and sexual content, language, and drug use. And it does have some nudity in this movie. So it says sexual content. It does have nudity in this movie. Uh, you know, you can take or leave that. It's just, definitely a skip movie. I hope there are better comedies that come out this year, hopefully. And have a time at the movies.